Take your best shot.
What is going on, guys and gals? Welcome to Good Real Hunting. It's your boy Brad. The Brett Man's over there today. Happy Thursday night. We're happy to be with you tonight as we're going to be giving you guys our top 10 top final girls of all time. Birdie, I know you're excited about this one. One of your favorite ladies right here on the thumbnail. You're going to get a chance to talk about tonight.
Which one are you talking about?
Alice, right there in the middle. Top
Fuck
middle, right
off.
No, man, I'm talking about Aaron, man. I know we're talking about Aaron.
Yeah, well, I guess for everybody else, it's me revealing my top 9, really.
Yeah, I got that right, man. But hey, listen, you're welcome to join us here. We're both sick as hell. At least we have been. We're getting back to.
We're sorry.
We're getting better. I still sound bad, but I sound worse than I am. I'm pumped. I'm ready. I'm excited to be here tonight. This is a show we originally had planned a couple weeks ago, but I was sick then too. Getting sick all the damn time.
What the hell?
It never ends, man. It's sixth season for me. It seems like it's been going on for.
Well, it's like during that late period, spring, about to be summer. So stuff happens. But you know what? We couldn't push out this particular stream any longer. So we're gonna push through, and then we'll see how I'm feeling by next Thursday about putting on a show for you all. But let's see here. All right, let's just go ahead and get started. Let's say hello to the chat. We got Melissa, who is a wild card. Melissa, how are you doing? Saying Grace, of course. Good pick. We got Chester. What's going on there, Chester? We got the Mantras in the house. Let's see here. We got Ashton. We already know Alice and Sally will be in Brett's top 2. Bullshit.
We know.
Gosh, but Rosie, my dear Rosie, how are you doing? Here are all your roses. You deserve them. All roses for you. Let's see here. We got Raymond. What's going on there, Raymond? How are you doing? We got Z. What's going on there, Z? How are you doing? Who else we got in here? I know we got.
You remember what happened to Z and when Z went up against Aaron though?
I think she got a major headache, but I couldn't remember. Raymond, what's going on there, Raymond? How are you doing? We got Gory Tiger. What's up? Oh, cool emoji, by the way. I don't know how you pulled that off, but good for you. I'm kind of jealous.
That's a cool looking thing, dude. That looks like Birdie when he went power walking there and found those masks in the garbage can in that Halloween 3 episode.
Oh my gosh, yes. Chad, what's going on? So Aaron's a dishonorable mention because she sucks. Well, you suck. So fuck off. We got Atanas. What's going on there? How are you doing? We got Jean. What's going on there, Jean? How are you doing? Destiny. How are you doing, Destiny? Hopefully all is good in the world. And I think that. Oh, and we got freaking Brother Fluff celebrating 14 months as a YouTube channel member. Damn, what a freaking accomplishment that is for sticking around that long. But Brother Fluff, we thank you, though.
And he was the first person to get a Good Real Hunting t-shirt.
Yeah, nice segue here in a minute. But I want to play his brand new super chat that you all can access for when we get a super chat. So, Brother Fluff, here's your new super chat.
He's so fluffy, I'm gonna die!
It's so motherfucking fluffy! That shit fluffy as fuck! Hell yeah!
Stay fluffy, my friend, and thank you so much for all your support, Brother Fluff. Let's see here. Who else we got in here? We got Denise is in here. What's going on there, Denise? How are you doing? Happy Thursday. We got Vanderhoff. What's going on there, Vanderhoff? Let's see. And I think that is it. So, Brad, you interested in a nice little segue there. If you want to describe that a little more before I thank our real hunters.
Yeah, Brother Fluff picked up a t-shirt, a Goodwill Hunting t-shirt available at spreadshop.com/Goodwill Hunting. Probably. I don't really know. I think it's good. Whatever. We got the link down below. It's right down there. You can check out the.
Yeah, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to post the link in the comments. So one moment as Brad finishes out his selling pitch.
Yeah, we got some new merchandise in there. So far, just basic. We just got the basic Goodwill Hunting logo. Lots of good colors to pick from. Lots of different options from sweatshirts, t-shirts, hats, coffee mugs, whatever you name it. It's there. It's available for you. Stickers. Stickers are good. Stickers are great. Stickers are the best thing in the world.
Especially the transparent stickers.
If you're a person that likes stickers, I think that would be something you would really enjoy. So it's cool, man. I like it. I got a shirt. It's coming in tomorrow, I think. And I'm excited. Yeah, I need a hat too, man. I lost my hat, I think.
Well, what the hell?
At the pool. I don't know. I need a hat, though. So I might need to get one of those. But yeah, it's cool. We'll have some other stuff coming out pretty soon as well. And anytime we have a big event, hopefully we'll do a special little t-shirt sell. Something cool.
Yeah, and of course, from when me and Destiny do Back from the Dead, after the show on Sunday, I will publish the Back from the Dead merchandise too. So if you're a fan of Back from the Dead, all that merchandise will be available right after the show on Sunday.
I love it. I love it.
I'm trying to pin this message real quick. There we go. There you go. There's it. So if you're interested in some good real merch, there you go. So let me thank here. Sorry, I was just reading the comments there. Let's see here. Real Hunters, these are our patrons. They are the official backbone of this channel. They are the reason we finally decided to have the courage to open up a merch store so they can get their slimy little hands over that good real merch. And we appreciate you finally giving us this opportunity to pursue something even more. So if you want to help the Good Real Hunting and the future of a channel, the Patreon link is in the description down below. Click the link, select any tier to your heart's desire so you all can be a real hunter today. But just in case if you don't want to be a Patreon, YouTube memberships are also available right now as well. Another way to support the channel, because this is the only one with a tier 0 where you can earn cool emojis, cool badges, and much, much more so you all can be a real hunter today.
That's a great deal. But if you don't want to do that, that's okay. We just appreciate you being here, liking the video, sharing the video, subscribing, telling your friends. All that stuff helps out tremendously too.
Absolutely. So again, we're going to push along here. I'm just checking one more thing real quick. All right. I think we are good to go. So Brad, I really honestly got like 15 because this list was pretty hard right after 1.
Tough list, man. These rankings never get easier, Birdie. Every time we pick a different topic, it's like, damn, man, that's a tough one. And these are some ones that could definitely change depending on mood. But I think I got it, and I think I got around 15 too, with some extras.
Okay,
maybe
so,
not quite 15, maybe like 14.
Like,
I got like 14.
So do you want to like quickly run through our honorable mentions?
Yeah, I'm good for that, man. You want me to go first?
Yeah, you can go first.
All right, man. Let me throw a couple out. I think I don't really have. This is crazy. I'm going to go ahead and throw Laurie Strode out here as an honorable mention. I know nobody likes her anymore. She's not the cool thing, but I still think she kicks ass. And I think she's really the first, she really put Final Girls on the map. I know Sally Hardesty was there and the chick, Jess from Black Christmas too, but she was the best one by far, I think, in 1978. And did a great job. I like it. She came back too in the trilogy. She kicked a little bit of ass. That was cool too, seeing her come back and do that. H2O was fun too. I just like a lot of these in the top 10 a little bit more. I think they're a little bit more iconic. I also got from the Friday the 13th franchise. I'll go ahead and include them both. I got Jenny from part 2. I like her a lot, and I got Chris as well from part 3. I think she's underrated.
Okay.
You could throw Trish into that as well. But I got 2 more honorable mentions, Bertie. 2 more honorable mentions. Maybe I had more than 4. I don't know. I think Sarah is her name from The Descent. I liked her a lot. She was kind of badass.
Okay.
She was really good, especially in the 3rd act when they start having to kill these little blind things down there in the bottom of the caverns. She was cool. The reason she's honorable mention and not in the top 10 for me is I think the stuff leading up to that kind of forgettable. I don't remember exactly what her character does in comparison to the other ones. So I say that, but my last honorable mention and one that was really close to being in my top 10 has got to be Sienna from Terrifier 2. I really
your
wanted to
honorable
put her-
mention?
I wanted to put her in there, man. I really did. But I was thinking about it. I was like, man, I just can't do it. I can't put her in the top 10. Not yet. It could happen at another time, but I've only seen the movie twice. And these other ones I've seen all these other ones a lot more. So yeah, I think I'll go with her.
Brad. Do you need to yes, he does. Like, I think he has a temperature because I think he is too sick in his mind right now to not at least include Sienna in the top 10. That is
It's number
crazy.
11. She was number 11. She was great. I like the top 10 I have though. They're really strong. I really do. I think look, I could probably swap her with 10. I could probably swap. I could put her at 10. I think I
No,
could
it's okay. It's your list. It's your list. And there's no wrong answers here.
No, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to keep her at 11. 11's good for now. For now.
All right, you do it. And then want to say hello to 2 more people. Excuse me. I apologize. Horde Heather, what's going on there? Heather, how are you doing? Blu-ray, sorry I missed you earlier. Blu-ray, what is going on, my friend? How are you doing?
Hey, good to see you.
All right.
I do have the sniffles.
Yeah, so absolutely he does. But you know what? That's okay. But again, we're trying to push through and we didn't want to hold off this particular stream any longer than we have to. So my first honorable mention is going to be the letter C from The Invisible Man from 2020. Because I feel like what she did in that movie is just like something you can relate to, or like a lot of people can relate to, like with the newer generation, how some females go through the process that she went through. So I thought she was a strong character, and she kicked a lot of ass in the 3rd act. So that's my first honorable mention. Yeah. Sucks to suck. Let's see here. Kirsty is my next honorable mention from the Hellraiser franchise. I recently watched Hellraiser 2, and she kicked a lot of ass in it, but you absolutely cannot forget about her first performance in the original Hellraiser. Ashley Lawrence, beautiful but bad. My next one, Brad, is Naru from the Takidaki Dojo. No, I'm just kidding. That is Haru from the Takidaki Dojo. I'm talking about Naru from Prey. I know a lot of people had their mixed feelings about her, but I thought she was still badass and had to come through a lot of adversity, not only from the Predator, but also for her own tribe and to gain acceptance. And I feel like she did an amazing job, like from her character from beginning to end, to enhance it for her to be a badass. So Naru is an honorable mention. My next honorable mention, Brad, you're going to be pretty pissed off at this one. Shh. Hush you, Maddie from Hush. Because, hell, if you got a disability and you can still survive and you can still kick ass in the movie, you at least deserve an honorable mention. And I feel like she is awesome, and she definitely needs her roses. So Rosie, my dear, if you don't mind, Rosie, if you don't mind me sharing, because that's a lot of roses, let me just give a lot of roses there to Maddie from Hush for facing a lot of adversity in that movie as well. And then Brad, my last honorable mention is Rocky, not Balboa, but Rocky from Don't Breathe.
That's a good fucking pick, man. Where'd you find all these people I keep forgetting about? Damn, man. I liked Rocky a lot.
Ooh, first off, real quick, Heather, because she's a Tremors fan, so are you, Brad. What about Heather Gunner?
I like dude. I love it. Dude. Give me Heather, man. She's out there freaking slaying graboids with her fucking rifles and shit, jumping off roofs without twisting her ankle. I think she's really good. Yeah,
I gotta learn how to do that. And Rosie, my dear, thank you so much for sharing, because that's a lot of roses there.
Pretty good amount.
Man, hey, I'm seeing you all in the chat giving some support to a particular final girl. I appreciate that. And Veronica, how are you doing, Veronica? Saying Wendy from The Shining. I have a good feeling that'll be in Brad's top 10.
Wendy? I'm home.
Wendy, Wendy, I'm home. But yes, Rocky from Don't Breathe, because she faces a lot of crap in this movie, especially something with a turkey baster. So yeah, and plus she just kicks ass throughout this movie, and she's one of those girls that she does a lot of things wrong at the beginning, but then towards the end she learns the error of her ways, and we just something that we can go about or just be behind of and want her to be okay. So Rocky is my last honorable mention.
She shoved that turkey baster right down homeboy's throat, man.
Mm,
That was
that's
still
not-
one of the that was still
Yeah.
one of the best scenes, though. Not like one that you enjoy watching per se, but it's like I don't know. You kind of do though, because you're like he gets it, man. He gets what he deserves.
Where were you when I needed a reason to be sick yesterday? When I really needed to be sick, like that would have done the trick.
Well, you should have just put it on, man. Watch the turkey baster scene. Actually, you should. If you had a turkey baster, you should.
Well,
have
I
filled
was
one up
sleeping most of yesterday, so
you should
I
have filled
did
one
have
up with some whipped cream and just shoved it down in there, Birdie.
Oh, okay. Anyways, we're moving on. So those are our honorable mentions. So now it's time to enter the top 10. So Brad, what is your number 10?
First, I got a question for you. What made you think that I'd be mad when you said Madeline from the Hush movie?
Because I would think that you would have missed it, but I'm going to assume you didn't.
That's my number 10, man. It sure was.
Ah.
And yeah, a lot of reasons you said. I gave her the slight edge over Sienna because I just thought that she's got, that disability. She's deaf. She's at a severe disadvantage in this thing. And I guess they all are for the most part. But she's like severe disadvantage, okay? And I almost didn't count her because she really a final girl because there's really only one other dude in the movie. But there was another dude in the movie, in fact. So it qualifies. Most of this movie, though, it's one-on-one situation. She's got the disadvantage because she's deaf, but she also has the advantage because she knows her surroundings. She's in her own house. She gets it. So it kind of, there's a couple things that match up. But I love the way she pushes through. She prevails. She gives herself those pep talks and whatnot, to get herself pumped up. And I like that a lot. And I love Katie Siegel in everything that she does. I think she's a fantastic actor. Yeah. She's just, she's great. You got the direction of Mike Flanagan there as well. Very suspenseful movie, very tension filled throughout. You get a lot of moments where you think she's about to get the leg up, and then you find out that she doesn't. The other dude is maybe got a step ahead, but eventually it all works out. She does a great job. I like her a lot.
Hell yeah, dude. And to answer a quick question real quick, Gene, if it's your list, so if you want to counter, you absolutely can. Me personally, Ripley and Sarah Connor are not on my list because I kind of put them like in their own little like an action genre kind of. So I never really think of them for some reason when you give me like horror final girls. But it's your list, so if you want to include them, you absolutely can.
Yeah, man.
So let's see here. Yo, Adrian, how you doing? We're just talking about Final Girls, And Chad, shut up, dude. I know, dude. You're supposed to, when I'm like we're not feeling good. You're supposed to let up on us, not go even harder.
Chad, let's hear it, dude. What do you got? Ripley or Aaron? I want to know.
Oh my God. All right. Let's go ahead. Go to my number 10 here. My number 10, I'm going to actually, I think she needs more love. So that's why I got her at 10. It is Harper from Haunt 2019. Because again, it's kind of like the same reason as C from The Invisible Man. She's going through a lot of shit with like her boyfriend. And she's not only trying to overcome that, but she's also trying to overcome a very bad situation in a haunted attraction house that goes south very damn quickly, and her to overcome that and just to kick ass, kick devil's ass, and kick all their asses, especially that last ending scene where she really starts to kick ass. Like, I love her. I wish they would have done like a follow-up on that, or I would say a prequel, even though she wouldn't be in the prequel, but I kind of wish we can see more Harper, because I feel like she's a final girl that doesn't get talked about a lot, and I think she absolutely deserves more roses. But Rosie, I'm tired. I'm not going to give out any more roses, so you're good, but I feel like Harper definitely deserves it. So my number 10 is Harper.
Dude, I like this, man. You got you're pulling all these things out of your damn ass. I swear, like, it's so easy to forget about some of these, when you're trying to make the list on the spot. At least for me, absolutely. I don't know. Birdie, next time I'm going to have you give me a list of 50 and I'll pick my favorites from there. All right, cool.
There you go. Hey, Raymond with going into early territory with Abigail for Joey. That's very ballsy, but that's awesome.
I like that actually. I didn't really think about anything from this year, but there's a couple good ones this year. The chick from The First Omen,
Oh, yeah.
Sydney Sweeney, even from What You Call It. But yeah, I think I would have had C really high on my list. And I thought I'm not going to change anything up now. We're going to push forward.
I know. Okay, that one I definitely knew you're pissed about. But
I know that one made me mad, man. I love that movie.
Guess who could make us happy, folks? Mikey is here. What's going on there, Mikey? How are you doing?
Hey.
Buddy?
Good to see you. It's always good to see Mikey son around here, man.
Always. It's good to see everybody. But yeah, but Mikey, long time no see, my friend.
Absolutely. All right, number 9 for me, Birdie. I got Jay from It Follows. Jay Hyde, I think's her last name. I like Mikey Monroe, of course. She's great. I just, she does a great job of just being even keeled all the way throughout the movie. Like she doesn't get too, over the top with anything. She's just trying to get through this situation, and move on. And she gets put in a shitty situation by a dickhole dude. It happens. That's what happened to her in a car. And now she's got to, suffer the damn consequences. And these are some shitty ass consequences, man. But anyways, I don't know. I like the way that she gets her friends to rally around her, and she doesn't go through it alone like a lot of these girls do. And she gets some assistance throughout. She tries to pass it off to that one guy. You could say, like it sucks for him,
or
but
that three-way.
Yeah, I know, right? He also had a good time, though. It's like, was it worth it? I don't know, maybe. But I digress. I think she's number 9. I think she's the biggest reason why this movie works so well, is her performance and her character in general. I think without her, like, if they would have had a subpar character in her spot, I don't think the movie would have been as much of a classic as it is.
There you go. Let's see here. Just checking the chat. We're good there. So, Brad, let me go ahead and go to my number 9. Yes, I'm like with you with your honorable mentions. I don't think that a lot of people have kind of like lost faith in her, but you still, again, kind of have to give her roses as well. Sorry, I keep using that term. That's all I can think about. So, Rosie, my dear, I'm so sorry. Let Brett for Fluff give you all the roses in the world. But it wouldn't be a top 10 Final Girls if I did not include this particular one, and that has to be Laurie Strode from Halloween.
Yeah, man, that's a good pick, Birdie.
As much as I don't want to include her here, but I kind of have to because she has impacted so much of what a Final Girl is supposed to be, and a lot of movies kind of like take that blueprint of Laurie Strode and just like, pop out Final Girl after Final Girl. They really just kind of use that blueprint with Laurie Strode, and that's the game, man. Laurie Strode, just to me, it's okay from 78, but in 2018 and like H2O, she is a lot better than the original, in my opinion. And plus, I even love the Laurie Strode for Scout Taylor Compton's interpretation of Laurie Strode a lot better than the Jamie Lee Curtis. So I know I know, so shoot me. So that's why I'm going to go with number 9, Laurie Strode.
It looks like Chad is about to shoot your ass, man. I don't know, though. Chester's got Sally in there, man. I know you're excited about that one, Birdie.
Ooh, where's that? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
There she is.
This is a tough list, man. The more I think about it, the more I'm like, this is a really hard list. But I like, so I like the characters in all of mine. I think they're all great. And I think moving on, I could probably talk about number 8 here a little bit. I think I gotta go with Maxine from X here.
Damn it.
Yeah, I like her a lot. Obviously, she's kind of like, she doesn't necessarily really start off as, it's one of those where she's not the obvious final girl from the beginning of the movie. She becomes a final girl through the events of the movie. The movie makes her the final girl instead of her just being one, and then she still is at the end because you need a final girl. I don't know. That's the way I feel about it. I like that because it could have been, there was, Jenna Ortega was in there too, man. She was good. She would have been a good character to be the final girl of the movie.
Mm-hmm.
But it ended up being Mia Goth with the way that, her character just developed over the course of the film. She just wanted to be a star, man. They put her in there, it's in the 70s. She's just trying to have a good time. She's trying to, make a name for herself. And that's what she's working on doing. But the events that happen at this farm, man, there's alligators and shit. She's just trying to swim. Alligators chasing her ass all the time while she's out there. And she's just trying to fuck on film. Let's just put it to the chase and become a star. That's what she's trying to do. And she does a good job. She makes good scenes, but at the end of the day, she ends up being a badass in the basement and, just wreaking havoc in there, man. And I can't wait to see what she does in Maxine.
Oh man, what is her big quote? Guys, see, this is what happens when you're sick. You can't think of shit. Like, I will not live in the life that I don't, or I can't
I will
remember.
not live a life I do not deserve, or something like that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, someone could say that in the chat real quick because her saying that line will be one of the most iconic Final Girl lines of all times. Because I think that I'm so pissed off I didn't even think of Maxine.
Yeah, I mean it's a good one, man. I think I had to put Mia Goth in there. I just man, it's a tough. Again, if we did this list again a year from now, I think it'd be totally different. But these are ones that have spoken to me, not literally. It'd be cool if they did, but not literally.
I knew Destiny would know. I will not accept a life that I do not deserve.
Yeah, that's what it is, man. We did have that conversation though. Actually, that was Pearl I had that conversation with while we're waiting on your ass to show up at the Airbnb that one time.
Oh my gosh. I bet I still got to ask you all what the rest happened there. But let's see here. Let's go to number 8 here. My number 8 is going to be Nancy from A Nightmare on Elm Street. Kind of the same reasons as Laurie Strode. She's like another blueprint that a lot of people copy of what is to be a very good Final Girl. And I do like, she's very likable. Hey, oh my God, I can't even remember her name.
Heather Langenkamp.
Heather Langenkamp. Yeah. First off, she's very likable and you can really resonate towards her and want her to be okay. It's just things over the years of like her just reading a book in one day and just setting up all these booby traps. It's just kind of like, okay. But like, she is a smart Final Girl. Like, she does out smart Freddy towards the end. And plus, fighting an iconic character like Freddy who invades your freaking dreams and you actually manage to survive that, you definitely have to give credit to Nancy. So she's definitely one of the horror community's popular picks for our top Final Girl of all time. So I would feel bad leaving her off this list. So she goes at my number 8.
I like it, buddy. Horrorhead's in here. She's saying Rosemary from Rosemary's Baby. See, again, it's like you got, sometimes you got to be like, you don't know, it's like, does it count? Does it not? I mean, but yeah, I mean, I think you're right. She does. There's some fucked up shit going on in that movie and she does survive it. I think that's one rule. Cause I think somebody earlier mentioned Helen from Candyman, which I was like, oh, that's a good, but then I thought about it. And I was like, well, she's not really much of a final girl, is she? Because I'm pretty sure she got fucked the fuck up in that movie.
Not when you're dead.
Yeah, I think you can't die and still be a final girl. That's just how I feel about it. But there's, I think the rules are pretty loose for it. But as long as you're a girl and you make it and you survive, and
you don't even have to win.
Not necessarily. I mean, yeah, you could still, as long as you're alive, right?
Exactly.
Unless you're that chick from Terrifier 2 that got all chopped up. If she's still alive, man, I don't think she's a final.
I don't think so.
I don't think she made it though. All right. And then Chester asked about Charlie McGee, if you could count her from Fire Starter. Man, I'd say
Absolutely, you can. And I'm glad you mentioned that because Firestarter will be talked about on Sunday.
Yeah, got that right, man. That's a doozy, man. The remake's your favorite movie of the year, Birdie.
Oh my God, Rosie.
Hey.
Jack could have been a final. Jack could have been a final guy, but shit happens.
Yeah. God, man, look at that. Destiny coming in here. Abra from Dr.
See, I'm kind of pissed off now because like I made this list like 2 weeks ago. If I would have sat down again, like fuck. God,
it's hard. Tonight. Sometimes you think outside. Well, even if you thought of them though, it's like, how are you gonna come up with the top 10? These are tough, man. There's a lot.
We're gonna have to like halfway through the year, like of the 2020s, we might have to redo this list, possibly for like a good
down to do it every couple. Yeah,
or you know what? Better yet, a tournament.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. A tournament, Birdie. That would be an epic tour. That would be an epic tournament. That would be an
maybe
epic
this
one.
Year. We might never know. So
yeah, you never know, man. Yeah. So yeah, dude. We need to write down all these names so we remember them when it comes tournament time. All right. Of course, Birdie, I know he can always pull all these things out of his ass anyway, so it's all good. All right, where are we at? Number 7. I like number 7 for me, man. You talked about her, Naru from Prey.
Yeah.
I thought, like you said, you mentioned everything really about it. It's like she's already like kind of like, trying to prove herself as a woman in her community, because this is a time where, women aren't really allowed to be like hunters and stuff, and that's what she wants to do. So she's trying to prove herself within the confines of her tribe, even. And she's kind of coming of age in the movie. She's trying to step up in there and just hunt a damn lion, and then they run into this predator creature, and that just throws their whole night off the rails. I like that you have that sub storyline with her, though. It's not just a girl fighting a fucking predator. You got that whole it actually drives her story forward, and she's this movie is how she becomes who she is, and I think she's great. So I like her a lot, and obviously whenever she starts duking it out with the predator later in the movie, Birdie kicks ass. That's a good ass action sequence when she's fighting it out. She's got that damn axe with the rope and stuff, and she's chucking anything around, and she's like jumping up on his shoulders, and then at the end of the day, she outsmarted his ass with the fucking sinking sand mud pit or whatever the fuck that thing was. That was cool. That was a great one.
Hell yeah. And Raymond thought of a great idea that we could just do another top 10 list.
Another top 10 list. Why not? That's another good idea. That's crazy. Another top 10 list. Wow.
And then Brad, be nice, because I know how you are. And because if I did, honestly, I thought about Kenzie, but I put her at like my number 16 for the honorable mention spot.
I was going to yank this fucking power cord. Well, I guess the battery still would have been on. I would have figured it out. I would have turned it off, and I would have just left. I would have done it.
Yeah, but Kenzie, seriously, though, Kenzie, a great final girl in my opinion. So again, this list is hard. So let's see here. We're at my number 7. No, my number 7. Actually, let me pull that up again, Veronica, because that's a great pick. Such a great pick. That's my number 7 is Sarah from The Descent. Because talk about like just going through tragedy, man, at the beginning of this movie with freaking poles and shit. Yeah, she wasn't living a good life at one point, man. It'd been like just her like her friends like trying to support her and say, hey, what should we do just to make you feel better? Let's freaking discover caverns and shit, man. And then all that goes wrong, and just the caverns itself would have been scary enough. How can you make something more scary, Brad? We throw freaking cave demons in there, dude, or just the cave people. And she has to go through all that. Not only does she have to go through all that, then she learns within their time in the caverns that Juno was being a bitch and having an affair. Like, dude, talk about like a girl going through shit, but she overcame and was a badass. I do not count the alternate ending, because I don't like that alternate ending. I like the original ending. I think that's great, especially with that final sing shot where she is coming out of the caverns. It's kind of like what's the word am I thinking about, Brad? Like a theme,
a rebirth.
A rebirth. Yeah, I was going to use the word rebirth. It's just a rebirth. A rebirth of her character. Yeah, so I just think it's great. I think she doesn't get talked about enough, which I'm glad the chat's been talking about her. So badass. My number 7 is Sarah Cotta from The Descent.
What the fuck's it raining? Okay. I like the pick. I really do. I thought I had her in my top 10 initially, and I ended up backing around. But dude, Brad, I think we could.
Sorry, before you go to your number 6, we got Gavin's here. What's going on there, Gavin? How are you doing? And Sarah digging deep for a role. Oh my gosh, Rosie, calm yourself. Let's see here. And Brad, does your shirt say training marathon? Training for a horror movie marathon. And I'll tell you this, in June, I'll be training for one for our summer / tournament.
Hell yeah, we are, dude. I can't wait. I'm excited. Oh, I love Rubas. Okay. What was I saying a second ago? I think, this one is about, she goes through a traumatic event, and then her friends try to help her out, have a good time doing something crazy. I think we could tell a very similar story, Birdie. You're all traumatized as fuck because you've been sick and shit, and you're feeling bad. You're not having a good time. And I say, Birdie, I'm going to help you out. And I come over and I show up at your front door with a damn Ouija board, and we start cracking into that thing, man. We start talking to damn spirits and shit. What do you think? That could be pretty cool, right? And then we could see what happens.
Hey,
Or what?
very well could be. But hey, freaking, you summoned Sebastian in the chat, so I'm pretty impressed.
I'm always good for that. What if the girls
What's up,
brought down
Sebastian?
a Ouija board down into the caverns? That would have been even crazier. Damn, that would have been crazy.
I wouldn't know what to say. I probably would just dig my own grave by that point.
I agree. Sebastian, good to see you. Where are we with this?
Oh, and real quick, Mecha Cat's here. See, all the people are showing up for this stream. So what's going on there, Mecha Cat? And Brad, you're just keep on summoning people. This is badass. Herbert, what's going on, man? My personal favorite is Adrian King, Alice. I'm sorry,
You know,
man, but she's in my dishonorable mention. I'm sorry.
I know Birdie hates her. I've seen a few people put her at the top, though. I really have today.
And good for them.
Yeah, that's interesting. I can't wait to do a worst Final Girl video.
That's
And
gonna be fun. And
bring
Jamie,
Bird
what's
on.
going on there? Jamie, how are you doing? And Brad, that's such a good idea. You know what happens when we think of good ideas on this channel?
Tell me.
You just made the list.
I love it. I love it. The good idea list. Because that would be cool. Because I know, like Chad, his number one would probably be Aaron. But
Fuck Chad.
where are we with this? Number 6.
Number 6.
I did it, man. I went ahead and put her on the list. It's Ripley from Alien. Now, I'll go ahead and put a disclaimer out there. I didn't put Sarah Connor on here because I'm with you. I think that's kind of a different kind of tier. We consider Terminator a horror movie? Sure. Yeah, of course we do. But I don't really like, I don't know. I just don't like it. I don't feel good about it. I think it's a cop-out. I think it's too easy to put her in at number 1 or number 2, where there's a more thing. But the thing about Ripley, though, is she has that first Alien movie, which is very clearly, to me, a horror movie.
Oh, absolutely.
That's why I include her. And that's the one where she's like, we knew what she was about in Aliens when she got there, and she became even more badass. Sure, she starts, getting away from bitches, and like all kinds of crazy stuff was going on when she got the claw arms. But the first movie was when she was like, became the final girl. You know what I mean? You have all these dudes on there. They're all getting picked off by the alien, and she's the last one to survive. She, again, outsmarts his ass, sends it out to space and all that other crazy stuff. So I like her a lot. I think she's iconic. And it wouldn't be the same without Sigourney Weaver and her performance. She's great. I just think she makes those first 2 movies. Again, it's kind of like a common theme with some of the people on this list. I think Naru, Jay from It Follows. These are characters that you couldn't have the movie without these characters. And I think I think she does a great job.
Hell yeah, man. And I appreciate you putting her there because I kind of do feel guilty for not thinking that way. So I appreciate you putting her there because she deserves it.
Yeah, I mean, I think so. Yeah. And, I know a lot of people probably put her like closer to the top, but I was like, I just like, I don't have that kind of connection to the Alien movies. I like them. I think they're great, but now Horrorhead's coming out here with all kinds of crazy. I like the creativity. No, from Sharknado, Nova Clark, and then earlier she said what she said a minute ago. Bev from It.
Beverly.
Yeah, which I like that too. That's something I never really would have thought of.
So let's see here. I'm just checking here. All right, perfect. Oh, Brad, you know what this means, right? We got to do our tradition on Good Real Hunting. Thanos is here. Welcome, Thanos. This is the first time I've seen you on the channel, so everyone in the chat, you know what to do. Say hello to Thanos and welcome them to Good Real Hunting. And Thanos, we do have one rule for you in particular. Do not snap your finger.
Yeah, please don't do that, man. We don't want to get poofed away.
If you can snap away my left arm right now, that would be greatly appreciated. But
we can save it for the skits next month. We'll snap it off then.
Okay, so that touche. So let's see here. All right, we are good there. Oh, there we go. There's another good final girl right there, Mary Beth from the Hatchet series. So let's see here. Whoosh. Oh shit. So there we go. Let's see here. We're at number 6. Brad, not number 6. I'm gonna go with Jenna from Friday the 13th Part 2. Talk about a freaking badass final girl. Even though at one point she did piss the bed. I'm just kidding. She didn't piss the bed. It was the rats. We know the rat pissed the bed. We all know this, but come on, guys. It's Jeannie. She's a smart final girl using her child psychology to fool our boy Jason. Even though over the years, it's kind of like we're at a point now where like, how did she really trick him and all that? But you know what? I still think she's awesome. And plus, she's one of the few final girls within the Friday the 13th franchise that kicked Jason's ass mostly by herself. She did have some assistance from Paul. So yeah, other than that though, and plus she's Amy Steele, very likable actress too. So if you are very likable, you definitely get bonus points on my list. So my number 6 is going to be Ginny from Friday the 13th Part 2.
To be fair, and to be H, this was small ass Jason though.
Yeah.
So it's
it was
a little
the
bit
one
easier.
from Django. Like I can't see fucking shit out of this thing.
Now we appreciate your wife making all these masks for us. It was a nice gesture, but let's not wear him this time.
I fucked it up.
Oh, that's fantastic. Trisha's great. Oh, yeah.
Ooh, see Gavin just watched the entire Friday the 13th franchise, and I was just giving him some praise with his list. And this one intrigues me. She's overrated. She's barely even in the movie.
That's kind of what I was thinking when I didn't put her in the top 10. She is great. She's a likable character. But you're right. She kind of disappears for a lot of the movie while everybody's getting slayed. And that happens to
That's a good one too, Brother Fluff. Dana from Cabin in the Woods. That's a great one.
I like that too.
And
Zodiac
Trish
from Jeepers Creepers, man. Holy hell, that's a good pick.
Oh, Brad, so you're gonna be pissed about this one, maybe.
Oh God, Evelyn from
because
Quiet
you love
Place.
Emily Blunt. Like, my
She's the
God,
best, man.
this is what happens when we do this stream while we're sick. So fuck us.
But even then, it's like, how are you going to think of all these, and then how are you going to put them in the top 10? We got to do a tournament at some point, man. It's going to be epic.
I'm telling you, this might have to be our the Fry Fight tournament this year. It has to be.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea. We'll have to take a look and see.
Here we go. Yet again, another good one.
Mia from Evil Dead, and she's like a tricky one because she's a final girl technically, but she was also like the killer for half the movie.
Yeah,
like
was a bitch.
Yeah, she was down there fucking splitting her tongue in two and saying all kinds of shit. Like, she was good both ways, but it was like, it's just like, a true final girl. But she counts though, because she got zapped back to life, and then she kicks some ass at the end. So I like that too. But what about Beth from Evil Dead Rise? That's another one, man. That's an option. There's a lot of Evil Dead.
Yeah. And Thomas, I will answer your question at the end of the stream. I got your question started, but I just want to make sure we go through this in an appropriate time.
I'll tell you what, there wasn't a final girl in Sinister, though. Well, I guess there
well, no. What's your number 5? We're in the top 5 now, baby.
Sorry, Birdie. It's Aaron at number 5. Aaron at number 5 from Your Next. Here's the thing
I'll
about
accept top 5.
Here's the thing. I actually had this as far as like number 2 at one point because I think she kicks a lot of ass. But then I was like, man, now the third act, she's one of the best final girls we've ever seen. She's out there, she's kicking ass. Actually, like the second and third act. Once she hits the fan, she's kicking ass. She's doing a lot of good stuff. But what gets me is that we never really got a chance to really know her as a person before she starts kicking ass. And there's moments and stuff, but there's really nothing about her character that stood out to me in that first act where we're trying to get to know the characters. And that's what holds her back a little bit. That being said, she's one of the most badass women on this whole list, and she probably kicks the most ass. It's probably her and Ripley as far as ass kicking goes.
Yeah.
So I think she's great. I just, I would have liked to see a little bit more of her personality beforehand. So that's why she's at 5.
Hell yeah. And Brad, I'm just going to go ahead and throw in the towel with it. We're doing the Final Girls tournament in October.
Fuck it. Let's do it, man.
So thank you, Chad. You first, here first. Fry Fight 2024. It's going to be the best Final Girls, 64 of the top Final Girls of all time.
And the theme song is going to be, I think I'm cute. I know I'm sexy.
Sexy.
That is.
But hell yeah. So guys, congratulations. You influenced us because again, we're keep on getting more awesome Final Girls. Vanessa Shaw and The Hills Have Eyes. So I'm going to assume that's the remake.
Oh, Yeah.
with the blonde daughter.
The blonde. Did she even fucking make it though?
Yeah,
Hold on a
no,
second.
not the milk giver. I'm talking about the one that
The milk giver.
towards
Yeah,
the
you're
end.
right. That's the yeah. Okay, I got
Yeah.
you.
That's what
Not
I'm
the milk
thinking.
giver.
That's who she's. Yeah, not the milk giver.
I still thought she got shot in the fucking head though.
Yeah, so she got blown away.
Yeah.
So let's see here. We're at number 5 still, right, Brad?
Number 5.
Yes. Yeah.
Destiny said she draws the line at tongue splitting, by the way. That just reminds me, did you ever see that show back in the day, Ripley's Believe It or Not, where that lizard person cut their tongue and they're like,
oh my God, don't.
like, you remember
Brad,
that?
I'm
Except
trying not
I
to
did
get
it
sick
with one
again.
tongue, but they
I'm
had
trying not to
two
get
tongues.
sick again.
I know. I'm sorry, but you have to remember that. It happens in real life sometimes.
Oh man, you're crazy. So well, okay, so you're number 5. Remind me again, you're number 5. So I'm trying to get back on track here because
Sorry.
the chat's being badass.
Aaron for me was number 5.
Okay, Aaron
so.
was your number 5. Okay, my number 5. Let's see here, Raymond. Let me get that comment for you while I go for my number 5. My number 5 is going to. This is a newcomer. Here's actually the point. Now you're going to be seeing a lot of. I would say 2 newcomers here coming up. My first newcomer at my number 5 is going to be Beth from Evil Dead Rise. And here's why, okay? Because she made a big impact on me because, like, again, she didn't start out with, like, the greatest intentions about everything. She was a fucking groupie and all that, even though she said, I'm not a fucking groupie, even though she really was because she got pregnant. But she was very regretting motherhood and all that and what all it's about. And when she went to go see her sister who has children and see what she goes through as being a mother and being put in a situation where she has to be not only kind of like a protector, but like a mother figure for those children to try to get them out of the situation, which she did an okay job. 1 through 3 ain't bad. But she does get a lot of those qualities of like transforming her character throughout the entirety of this movie. And I think she did awesome. And Lily Sullivan, I believe is her name. I know it's Sullivan, but Lily, I think is her first name. Very likable actress. I hope I see her in a lot more movies coming in the future. So actually, to my surprise, man, I put Beth at number 5.
I like the pick. I thought about putting her on my list. I like her a lot in the movie. I did want to. Raven clarified for us all. Vanessa Shaw from Hills Have Eyes is the milk giver. She's the one that got blown the fuck away. Emily de Revon is the final girl, which is what I thought. Because when I looked up Vanessa Shaw, it was like that. I'm pretty sure that girl got her head blown off.
Yeah, I thought so too. But yeah, it's the OG. I haven't seen the OG in such a long time.
No, we're talking. This is the remake. We're talking about the remake.
Yeah, she got blown away. So I'm sorry, she ain't a final girl.
Yeah, but Emily de Revon is the final girl. So
yeah,
and then Zodiac said, "Yeah, okay, got all that cleared up. That's good to know. That's a good pick." Final guy list, the dude, Ted or Jeff or whatever his name was, he would have probably made. From Hills Have Eyes though, the guy that goes and hits people with baseball bats and shit.
Oh, which that'll be coming soon too. So, or I wouldn't say soon, but that we definitely have that one in mind for top 10 final guys.
Yeah, that'll happen.
Because we did top 5 final guys with the rank-a-thon, but we want to do a proper top 10.
Yeah, because that's more appropriate. We got to do it.
Yeah, Doug. Fuck you, Doug.
Who said that? Oh, Doug's a good character name, man. I like that.
He really is, dude. Like that could be a feature slash it out, or say slash it out there, but that could be like a future tournament too, where we did 32 girls and 32 guys and let them duke it out.
Now that could be epic too, man.
Ooh, man, we're just thinking of good ideas.
There is 32 guys though?
I'm sure we could figure it out, or we could just do like top final people. Yeah,
you could do that.
Yeah, we'll figure it out, and plus our chat's going to help us out too because they're awesome. So,
yeah, that's true. Yeah, Chad's talking all kinds of shit out there, man. Doing what he does best. I like that guy.
Number 4, right. Fear, as Chris says.
Fear, number 4. All right, here's where we're getting crazy. I got Sidney Prescott here from Scream. Okay. Now I like to I think she's like, of all the people in like the franchises, she's probably like the most. I'd say she's probably the most badass. I mean, she. Like within the franchises, Halloween, all that. Like I think she just kicks a lot of ass here. Like originally, she always has. Even in the first movie, But the thing about her, the reason why she's not higher for me is she's always getting fucking captured, man. At the end, like the end of the first movie, the end of the second movie, the end of the third movie, she shows up and she starts that fight, I think. But the fourth and fifth, she always gets in that situation where she's pretty much dead. And the only reason she doesn't die is because the killer is trying to give their final speech and she gets a chance to get away. That's the one thing about me with Sydney that I don't like. But other than that, especially in 5, I can't believe they got the best over in 5 like that. That pissed me off. But in general, though, she's got the charisma. She's always been able to handle these conversations with Ghostface on the phone and just give him some shit, every time. She's picking her nose sometimes. I don't really know what, made her decide to do that. But, she's always playing with Ghostface just as much as he's playing with her. So I like that about her. And, she's been through a lot of shit, too, over the years. She's got the benefit of being in probably the most movies as a final girl. Now that I think about it, I mean, Nancy was in 2 and 3 if you count New Nightmare, and then Laurie was in 4. Sydney's got 5, man, I think. So I think she's probably the most, right? I mean, I would think so.
I would think so too.
She's got that advantage. She always shows up. She always kills motherfuckers. So I'm going to put her here at number 4.
Hell yeah, man. And, Atanas brings up an interesting question here. Would Kristen from The Strangers 2008 count as the final girl? Because the movie does end with her screaming. Let me answer you to this perspective, because I actually listened to an episode of Pod Mortem that covered The Strangers, and they even touched base upon this, like whether she lived or died. It was always been the assumption, like what they thought, and I think this too, that she did like one final scream, kind of like, that last big scare tactic before the movie ends. But I think she died, because there's no way you can survive a stabbing like that. And I think it was just meant to be interpreted that she died, and that was like her last big thing before she died.
I'd probably agree with that. I didn't think she was going to survive. I just think it was kind of like one thing they threw in there. No, I don't feel like. I feel like in order to be a final girl, you got to at least, like, you don't necessarily have to win. You don't have to kill the other person, but you kind of have to be on top. Like, you kind of have to, and she wasn't that. All 3 of those motherfuckers got away. They didn't even kill a single one of those people.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Which they
absolutely.
This goes to show the strangers never have any true competition. Those 3 motherfuckers, they've killed so many people. Except for
Prey at Night.
Don't get me fucking started with those dumbass motherfuckers.
I gotta throw it out, man. Like, you can't deny facts, man.
I can show you video footage where they were not, in fact, badass motherfuckers.
Well, I can show you video footage of Braden getting scared with that movie.
Yeah,
which he has admitted, if you've not watched Fear Freaks last night, Brad, he did admit it that Prey at Night is growing on him.
Yeah, well, that's because, he's in a very particular relationship right now, and he has to say
now, Brad, okay, we're moving on. I apologize for a particular individual. I do not condone his actions. But Ryan, what's going on, Ryan? How are you doing? I know a comment here is coming soon. But let's see here. This is the one I want to get, and I'll get to my number 4. Moist. What's going on there, Moist? How are you doing? Moist Melon 68. Is her name Sherry, the final girl from You're Next? It is Erin, who is played by Sharni. So hopefully to clear that indication to you. And right now we got 29 people watching. So if we could do me a great favor, or even us a favor, one more person so we can hit that 30 number again.
Yeah, 30 is always fun, man. I like hitting 30. It's always a good time.
So let's see here. All right, yeah, I'll just say we got Kinsey supporters in the chat, so screw you, Brad. There we go. Want to pull that up,
dude? The Kyle dude or whatever, Steve, Robert, Carlos, whatever, his brother, biggest fucking dumbass in the whole franchise. And there's some dumb people in there, but the worst were the parents in there. The mom was like, "Oh, kill me now,
Brad, you're getting off topic here."
I know, so and then the dad too was like, "Oh, kill me now." I just hated it. God, this fucking. She was the best character in the movie. I will give you that.
Okay, I'll accept that. So let me go ahead and go with my number 4, Brad, and steer us back in the right path. And let me let y'all know something too. We haven't really talked about this tonight, even though it was a lot of cases of the girls we did pick have this quality. But to me, these top 4 have like mastered this particular quality, or this requirement of a final girl for me personally. You gotta have a good blood cover shot.
Yeah. That
And I think
helps.
this top four I have definitely all represent a great blood shot. And let's go ahead go with a great one here. My number four is going to be Sienna Shaw from Terrifier 2,
Hell yeah.
played by Lauren Lavera. And if we can get her in a lot more movies in the future, that would be greatly freaking appreciated because I think she is great. And I met her, one of the sweetest people you will ever meet. Plus, she shows badass in the movie too. Because again, like she's going through some stuff, like with her dad and her mom being a bitch and all that, and her brother just being insolent, as Dr. Evil calls him. But when shit gets going, man, like she kicks so much ass. And Terrifier's a tough dude to knock down, man. And every time she gets like, that's the thing too. Terrifier, like Art kicks her ass a lot. And she not only does Art the Clown get back up, she gets back up as well. And not only does she keep getting back up, she looks great while doing it with her outfit. Definitely going to be one of the most iconic looks of the final girl of all time. But she is a bloody, scarred up mess. Also looking like a badass too. So I love me some Sienna Shaw. My number fear, Sienna.
I like the pick, man. I like it a lot. Horrorhead said, make some rules and stipulations on qualifications of a final girl for the tournament. We'll do that. We're not going to go in crazy. We're not going to do some weird ass shit. I mean, we're going to have some qualifications that we want to see.
That'd be one of my qualifications is a bloodshot.
Yeah, I mean, well, they don't all have those, but that might be the qualification for the best ones. It might always be that. But for what qualifies to be on the tournament, Birdie, I think we'll talk about it some more. We'll have some good ones in there, though, I think.
Oh yeah, I'll tell you, we got 3 minds working together on this list, and apparently 26 minds too. So I'm very looking forward to getting that tournament going now. So
I am too. I'm excited. And this will be the first, Birdie. This is the first tournament we're going to do where your ass doesn't have to watch 54 movies for the first time.
Thank God. Even though the upcoming tournament, I'm going to have to watch a good amount, but
yeah, I will too. It's gonna be worth it though. It's gonna be fun.
Oh yeah.
Let's see. What do we got here? Going on to number 3 now. I got to go with Nancy here from Nightmare on Elm Street. I put her up above Sydney because and Laurie because I think that she's just the smartest, man. Like you said, she's going up against a motherfucker that's killing people in their dreams, and she's got to do all this shit on sleep deprivation, living on coffee and caffeine pills. And she's just trying to get through it. And she's got to figure out a lot of shit. It's not just one dude like trying to kill her ass in the woods or, at her house or whatever. This dude chases her in her sleep. And there's a lot of different layers of that to figure out, who the fuck is this guy? Oh, Freddy Krueger. He used to kill people. Okay, cool. B, what the fuck's he doing in my dreams? C, how to get him out of my dreams. D, how to beat his ass after he gets out of my dreams. And she does all those checklists. She does the booby traps, which I like that a lot. When she reads the book on survival and she's got her house fucking decked out Home Alone style with the axes and the flames and all that cool stuff. But there's a lot of challenges she has to get to before she can even fight his ass. And she does them all. So she's great. She's the smartest. And I just think I like her character even before Freddy becomes a thing. Like just, her being, just, I don't know. There's just something. She's charming. I like her a lot. So give me Nancy at number 3.
Hell yeah, dude. I respect that. And Rosie, unfortunately not, but I can see where your mind was going with that one. So
no, but yeah, we'll throw them in though.
Booby traps.
Booby traps.
Or bobby traps, as Jamie calls them, bobby traps. That's a top-notch boss material. Hell yeah.
Which Aaron did a little bit too. It ended up not really working out for her,
but Brad, I'm kind of pissed off again.
Dude, I thought about that one, but I didn't put it in because I was like, it's kind of the same thing as Sarah Connor. I just think that's obviously it's great.
Excellent
she runs that shit. I just didn't feel good about comparing like her and Sarah Connor to a lot of these people in the list.
Mm-hmm.
I just thought,
and that's understandable because it's more of a thriller than a horror movie. Even though, trust me, that movie has a lot of horror aspects to it.
Sure, it's just like the overarching. it's got more going on. Where my list, I really just wanted to focus on like straight like people in the horror genre. Where
No,
not more
I
focus.
totally understand that. That's kind of like why I left Ripley and all them off, even though the fair point with Alien. And Jesse screamed better for any final girl. That is fucking true.
I'll tell you who's not going to be on the final guy list, Birdie, and that's Jared Padalecki from Friday the 13th. If Trent,
fuck him.
if it ever comes out that Trent survived, though, he'd be on the list.
Dude, of course he survived. It's just a flesh wound. Ooh, what a good pick on this one. Clear Rivers from Final Destination.
Yeah, I like that one too.
Good pick. So,
Yeah.
all right, my number 3. I've been seeing this name going a lot, some in the chat earlier on as their number 1. She's not necessarily my number 1, but she's definitely deserves top 3. And we're going to talk about Amazing Grace. Grace from Ready or Not. We recently did a watch party for Ready or Not, and we just did nothing but gush over Grace. First off, great bloody shot at the end. Second, talk about one of the most iconic looks for a final girl of all time. Grace might actually take the cake on that one for number 1 for greatest look for a final girl with the wedding dress, with the bullets and the gun. Beautiful. But what really makes her is Samara Weaving's performance as Grace. Very likable actress. Just bring her personality just makes that character work so greatly. She has to pretty much take on an entire family all by herself. And not only did she do that, she kicked major ass throughout the entirety of this film. It's so great. I love Grace. I could I could even sing about Grace. Amazing Grace, come sit on my face. Don't make me cry. But Grace, my number 3 from Ready or Not. How could it not be?
Oh yeah, dude, she's great, man. One of the best. She's fantastic. Let's see. Ashton wants us to leave Jared Padalecki alone, man. I don't know. It's hard not to.
I can't. I'm sorry. It's just he just wasn't good because you know who he was missing in Friday the 13th. He was missing his side partner, freaking Dean. Man, he was missing Dean.
Yeah.
If they were like two brothers going looking for their sister, that easily could have worked.
Rising up back on the street.
Dude, that's so great.
Oh man, he needed some personality in there, man. All right, I guess I got to get to my number 2.
Yeah, we're almost there, buddy. Let's push through, man. We're almost there.
I'm hanging out, man. I'm hanging out. Somebody mentioned this a long time ago. It's coming back, Birdie. Wendy Torrance from The Shining.
Oh.
Now, I know she's not really in a lot of people's list, per se. Get a little water here.
Yeah. Hey, hydration's key when you're sick.
I'm like Philip Seymour Hoffman in Long Time Calling when he's teaching it. But here's the thing about it, man. I think of all the people on this list, she seems the most real. She's like the most realistic version of what you'd come to find. And her situation, aside from the ghost, seems the most real. She's stuck in this fucking hotel with her crazy husband who's trying to kill her and her son, and she's got to protect them both. And that might be the only person on the list that has a son to protect or a kid to protect. I know, I guess Ripley did in Aliens 2, or Aliens, I should say. But she's got to not only protect herself, but her kid as well.
A blueprint of copying, like I mentioned earlier.
Yeah, and so there's a lot to that. She's not only trying to survive, but she's also trying to protect, which might be even stronger virtue to try to protect. Actually, I would guarantee it's a stronger virtue because you're going to do anything you can to save your kid. And you got your crazy husband chasing you around with the fucking axe, and you're solidified in this fucking you're in this fucking hotel in the middle of nowhere covered in snow. You're stuck. You can't go anywhere. Nobody can help you. That's some freaky shit. Psychologically speaking, she goes through a lot. Shelley Duvall obviously kills it. But her role starts from the beginning of the movie. She's very reliant on Jack, who ends up being the bad guy of the movie. And you see that early and often in the movie, but then, obviously she becomes her own person towards the end. So I like that. And she has to do it. So I love her. I love the hell out of her. I think she's great. I think, what is it? Wardhead said, Wendy is made to be much stronger character in the book. She is in the book. She gets so much more fleshed out. It's fantastic. But she does some great stuff in the movie as well, and I appreciate her for that quite a bit.
And yeah, Wendy doing that all while holding her cigarette. Yeah, that was the most intensive, like the most nerve-wracking scene in the entire movie, in my opinion.
Yeah, dude. Because you're like, when's that ash gonna fall, man? When's it gonna fall? Yeah, man. She's great. And what I really like about her too is, no offense to Shelley Duvall, but I mean, if I had to rank the ladies by attractiveness, she probably wouldn't be number one, to say the least. So
God.
I'm not saying that to be mean. I'm just saying that like
No,
they didn't.
You just made me think of something awful from your bachelor party.
Well,
That Shelley Duvall and the person I interacted with.
Yeah. Listen, it's not like she's like horrendous or anything. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying.
No, trust me. I prefer Shelley Duvall over the one I was dealing with.
Yeah, that's what I think that they didn't. It was a cool casting choice. I respect it, and I like that she was the person that they selected. It just seems like it doesn't seem fake. It seems real, and so I appreciate that. So yeah, I thought she was great.
Hell yeah. And dude, and such a great pick, man. Like, she's gonna be included in that tournament. So my number 2, Brad, you mentioned this one, and I would think if you ask most people's number 1, that this will get the most popular answer if like you do Family Feud. Like, what's the number 1 answer? This has to be the number 1 answer for most of people in the horror community. Number 2 is Sidney Prescott from Scream. Because first off, she's just such a badass. And to me, she's like one of the most realistic final girls on my list too. Because I feel like she kind of like it's like or like kind of like most girls will, how they would handle a situation. Plus, she has a great blood look to her. She actually has to kick 2 people's asses throughout the duration of each film that she's a part of. Yeah, she didn't get the best treatment in 5, but that was more towards her passing the torch, and to say along with the newer set of characters. But you know what? We'll find out in Scream 7 what she does next on continuing her legacy as a final girl. But 1 through 3, I would say that's like supreme Sidney Prescott. 4 was just okay with her performance wise, but she's just awesome. Everybody loves Neve Campbell. Obviously, she's such a phenomenal actress and human being. I got the privilege to meet her, and she was nothing but a total sweetheart. So my number 2, absolutely, like has to be in everybody's at least top 3. Sidney Prescott as my number 2.
Yeah, like it. Do you say she has to be in everybody's top 3?
I would say like it. I would be shocked if you ask most people their top 3 and I don't see Sidney Prescott. I would be kind of shocked.
I kind of had her ass at number 4.
I know. I wasn't even going to mention it. But okay. How about this? Top 5.
Yeah, top 5's fair. I think.
Okay, I think top 3 is asking too much for her. So.
Yeah. Okay. So we're doing number 1 now.
Number uno.
Man. Okay.
Oh, well, first off, before that, Danny from Midsommar, fucking excellent pick.
Holy shit. Damn it.
Excellent fucking pick.
That's another good one because she turns into a boss ass bitch at the end, dude.
Oh, yeah, she does. Thank God. With an iconic final girl look. Yeah, fuck me. Great job.
And it's one of those too where it's like, again, I mentioned this earlier, and I don't know if this is the best way to describe it, but it's like the circumstances of the movie is what makes her character end up being who she is. It's not, she doesn't stay the same. She starts out as one character. Shit happens. She ends up as another character. And that is exactly what I love to see. I love that development. And she's a great example of that. And dude, she fucking puts that dude in that bear costume and fucking lights a match and just fucking watch.
The lesson in that movie, you burn the pass.
Yeah. Burn. Kill it.
Yes, and thank you. Jamie gets more double points. So right now, she wins comment of the night with this because director's cut, absolutely spot on.
Hey, is that one available somewhere now? Because for the longest time,
that's kind of the one that Chris sent us.
Well, I know before, but did they ever make it available? Because she just said she ordered it. So I was
okay. If that's the case, then Brad, you need to hop on that.
I know, because I still haven't seen it. I never did watch. I didn't want to watch it on a fucking laptop. So
I know, and we're sorry, everybody. But hey, we had to do what we had to do for that particular episode of Beers with the Bros. Which, speaking of Beer with the Bros, before we get to your number 1, Brad, just a quick little segue.
Oh, because we haven't talked about this on a show at all yet. We mentioned
We
it on
talked
Facebook.
about it last week too.
Did we? Okay.
Yeah,
'cause
we
last
did.
week-
But you know what? Could be an official one. Sorry, just a nice little segue to build up the anticipation of number one real quick.
Yeah, man. Like we said last week and on Facebook, we got a new podcast coming out probably in July, I think is what we're shooting for. Me, Brett, and Chris, Beers with the Bros. Going to be a weekly podcast show mostly. This is going to be the most relaxed show we've ever had. It's going to be the most fun show as far as just the laid backness of it. Is that a word? I don't know.
Hey, I make up words all the time, so
we're going to be chilling. We're going to be kicking back. We're going to be talking movies, sports, and everything in between. It's going to be awesome. All whilst probably drinking some beer while doing it and talking about that too. So that's going to be fun. We can't wait for that, especially just getting things kicked off before football season comes out. If you haven't already subscribed, that YouTube channel is active. You can go ahead and jump over there. We'll put the link somewhere. And you can go over there and subscribe.
We'll promote. We'll promote it in the next episode, the next live stream. Just to get y'all going on that. So, but I figured that was a great little segue, real quick.
I like that.
A mini segue.
Yeah.
And then Brad, before that, Jamie says it's available on A24 Shop.
I'll have to take a look at that, man. They have a cool shop. They got scripts and books and the hand, all that cool stuff, man. I love the hell out of it.
Okay. All right, Brad, go for it. Number one.
Do you have a guess?
Well, since you forgot Emily Blunt's character, I couldn't even know what it is. So, you know what? Shock me.
You remember that chick from Men?
No, bullshit.
I'm fucking with you. All right, I would never do that. No, it's Grace, man, from Ready or Not.
Okay, I should have known.
To me, I think if we're looking at personalities here, I think far and away she has the best one of all the ladies here on this list for me. She's just got the most charisma. She's got the most energy, and a lot of that is Samara Weaving. Her performance coming through, bringing life to this character. She's so good. But like from the first time we meet her, man, like what is she like? What's she like, smoking a cigarette or something like that out there, looking at the wedding venue or something? I can't remember exactly what it was, but from the first time you see her, she stands out.
In-laws.
Yeah, she stands out. She's just got so much life to her. And again, she gets challenged in a crazy way. She gets, she's just trying to get married and consummate the marriage and stuff. And then some auntie comes busting through the closet saying, "Hey, come play a game with us." And they go down there and start fucking playing. You would think like Jenga or something. Turns out it's going to be some fucking crazy epic hide and seek game where if you get found, you die. And they have to do it before the sun comes up. So she's got all night to kind of fight through this family that's trying to kill her and figure out what the fuck's going on with her crazy ass fucking husband now. And she becomes, again, a stronger person from it. She, at first she's like running and hiding, but as the movie progresses, she's like, I got to fight these mofos. And she does, kicks a lot of ass throughout the process, but there's growing pains. It's not perfect. She's not just kicking ass. She gets her ass kicked a little bit too. She gets fucking nails through her hand, all kinds of crazy stuff, covered in blood several times. She gets caught, she gets captured. But then she gets away at the end, and just the way that movie ends with her just fucking laughing and having the most enjoyment out of everything. It's great. But the biggest thing that she does for me is just her personality all the way throughout. She's just so funny. Mm-hmm. She's charming. She's just such a likable character, and you want to see her kick ass, and that's exactly what you get.
Absolutely. And I know no one sent us a super chat, but this is very appropriate for this particular conversation because this is what won most people over with Grace.
Fucking animal, you piece of shit, little tiny dick licker, fucking asshole, fucking eye. Fucking rich people.
And the scream too, Birdie. It's one of the best screams.
Yeah, that's the other thing with Final Girls too is you gotta have a good scream, and I'm comfortable saying this as well. Samara Weaving has the best girl scream of all time.
I think so, man. What about Wendy though? Daddy.
Well, at least my number one girl doesn't freaking scream because she doesn't need to because she kicks ass. So Brad, in the chat, any guesses who my number one is?
Yeah, I already know it's gonna be.
There's a hint. It's in my background somewhere. 3 times.
Whoever,
3
it's probably
times.
whoever. It's probably whoever fucking survived damn night swim. I don't even remember, but that's probably going to be it.
No, Ashton, it's not Alice. Fuck Alice. Dishonorable mention. Hi, dishonorable mention. Let's see here. What's the best way? She's my favorite Austrian, Brad.
Oh, let's put another shrimp on the barbie.
That was for you, Danner, if you're watching this later on. But no, she's my favorite Australian. Oh, now, so someone's got to take a picture of that and send that to Brayden. I'll give y'all a few minutes on that one because I'm not sure. You know, I think he'll enjoy a good joke. So let's see here. All right, there we go. So and MegaCast says number 1, Cindy Prescott. That's a great one. But my number 1, let's not waste any more time. It's Aaron from Your Next. Here's mainly why. The main reason for it is because when the time Brad got me over to watching scary movies, I was just for clarification for Chester real quick, from his post from earlier for his number 1. But for Aaron from Your Next, here's why, okay? Because when I was watching scary movies, when Brad finally got me on the train with them, I was kind of like getting tired of, the traditional final girl. Barely getting away. Like, I was like, can we not get a badass final girl who just kicks ass? Then I found this beautiful movie on Netflix at the time, and holy shit. Not only does she kick ass, but she goes full Rambo on these motherfuckers too. Not only does she have to beat up 3 people in the mask, but she has to tackle on this brand new family that she doesn't even know about, like 2 of them in particular. Or actually, excuse me, 3 of them in particular. And plus, Sharni Vision, she is just absolutely stunning. Even now, if you look at her now, she's just so freaking beautiful. And she kicks ass. She's got a gray blood look at the end of the movie. Like, knowing that she has gone through hell. And like what Brad said about Grace getting her ass kicked, Erin gets her ass kicked enough. Like, she doesn't make all the right decisions in the movie of Your Next. But you know what? For most of it, she makes right decisions. She knows what to do. She knows how to kick ass. And the best part about it, too, is when she goes for the kill, she makes sure that that their asses are dead before moving on versus, doing that one traditional, like, oh, we're going to take a clothing pin, stab them in the neck, and just assume that they die. They ain't going to come back from that.
You don't say that. It was a good attempt.
Well, I just did, and guess what? Got 2 words for you. Suck it. God,
you suck it.
Walking. No, you suck it. Die. Twinning right there. Freaking psych, if y'all were wondering. But Aaron Foe, again, if we had another hour, I can tell you why she's the most badass final girl of all time, the greatest final girl of all time. If you put all the final girls that we talked about throughout the entirety of tonight and put them in one room and have a free-for-all battle, Aaron's fucking coming out on top. Just fight me on that one. There's no other final girl that can compare. Aaron is the best of the best. I want to be the very best, no matter what. It's Aaron, baby. So Aaron, my number 1, Sharni, I love you.
Who would be the first to die, though?
Alice.
What the people at our list?
Actually, you know what? I'm going to be honest with you, okay? I think Alice would be the second last to die. You know why? Because she'd be taking a fucking nap. Okay, she would be taking a nap, and just when Aaron is the last woman standing, she realizes, wait a minute, I actually haven't seen this girl moved in a while, so I just assumed that she died, and that's when she went on and kills everybody else, and Alice wakes up, like, "What's up, everybody?" And that's where Aaron, "What's up?" with the axe. So
if you take your top 10 though, who's the first one getting killed in this room of all the?
Okay, well, before I answer that one, that's a great question. I gotta say hi to Winter, our friend Winter. Winter, how are you doing?
Hello, good to see you.
Absolutely, it's always great to see Winter. So, the first one, I'm going to be honest with you, Brad. I'm going to have to say Laurie Strode from '78.
Yeah, I think she'd probably die first too. She would be.
Just again, a knitting pin. You don't bring a knitting pin to an axe fight.
Yeah, I agree, man. I think.
And plus, talking about, like I've been mentioning too, badass final girl looks. When Aaron has the axe at the window, one of the most iconic shots of a final girl ever.
Yeah, you see it right there twice in your background there. It's 3 times.
I
Sorry.
know, like it's fucking iconic as fuck, man.
Yeah, it looks good. It's a good look. It's very solid. I like that. Battle Royale, man. It'd be like that time Steve
Sally
Austin
would
got.
die first. Fuck that. Yeah, she would die first.
She's fast as fuck, though. I mean, she gets
She
away.
is
I like
fuck
that.
as fat. A faggot as fuck, boy. Oh,
What do you
my
think,
God.
though, if you put fucking Ann Wilkes in there, man? If
That would be a good fight, man.
it could
God,
be,
I
yeah,
love you.
it could be, it could be interesting.
Oh my God! Can you imagine one of our good real T-shirts is me with the freaking with the sledgehammer? It'd be me going like, "God, I love you." Write
That's a
that
good
down.
idea.
So, but
Yeah.
let's see here. So yeah, guys. And Sally yeeted through a window. That's badass. Yeet. Hey Heather. Yeet.
Yeah, dude.
Wrestling fans will know what that is, but yeah, man. So guys, that is our top 10 final girls of all time. Let us know what you think about our list, but more importantly, put your list in that comment section down below.
Please do. And we'd love to see it. And of course, as always, if you'll help us find the good reels, you can do so by checking us out in all the descriptions down below for our socials. Like I said, that t-shirt shop's down there now.
Yeah, you
go
see that logo at the bottom of the Good Real Hunting stuff.
Yeah, check it out, man. Get you a green one. I got one. My first one was a darker color, but I want to get a green one at some point. I think, green's one of my favorite colors. So,
Oh, well, shoot. Then you're going to have to go into the store settings and make you a green one. So I kind of canceled out green. Because I was going to save it.
You did
Sorry,
what?
I was saving it for our March event.
Get the fuck out of here. What the whoa.
I'll change it back. I'm sorry. I didn't know you felt strongly about green.
Green was my favorite one. I almost bought it. I almost pulled the trigger on it.
Oh shit! Well, I'm sorry. I'll put it back. So I'll put it back. I'm sorry. I didn't know you felt strongly about green. But anyways, we're getting off basic here. What's coming up on Good Real Hunting though? Not sure about next Thursday yet. I'm thinking of a topic. If I, for some reason, don't start feeling better, I wish I should by then. It might be an off night, but I will let y'all know when it gets closer. But the main thing is I got to think of a topic. Brad's putting me in a bad situation over here.
Yeah, I'm going to be out of town again next weekend, so...
Yeah, and I don't want to do another Q&A because we just did one not too long ago. So I just got to think of an idea. That's the main thing. So if y'all got an idea, shoot me a message, and I might take that into consideration. But
yeah.
So far, I am going to try to go next Thursday. But Brad, we got actually this Sunday. Back from the Dead with Destiny. That's me and Destiny show where we celebrate the horror movie anniversaries. But we can't do all of them or we'd be there forever. So we're just covering some of the few for May of some of the few in May. And so we are going to go live on Sunday at noon Eastern time. So hopefully to see you all there. I understand it's Memorial Weekend. So if you want to watch us live, go ahead. If you want to watch us after the fact, that'd be great too. And then, Brad, I'll let you tackle the last two here. I'm planning on releasing this early next week.
Yeah, episode 2 of Real Talk. We had a special guest, Davey Deathray, on for that one. Good conversation. We talked about a lot of stuff. If you haven't checked out his channel yet, he's doing a great job. He just started a few months ago. He's racking up some steam. He does a lot of good stuff, rankings, reviews, all that fun stuff. Horror guy. We had a good conversation though, so check it out when that drops.
And
we're going to be starting our Nightmare on Elm Street watch party series. Birdie, what day are we starting this? We have that
July the 11th, and we're going to go for 8 straight weeks with the entirety of the franchise. We're going to bring on special guests and much more.
Yeah, that's going to be awesome, man. We're going to have a lot of fun with that. I can't wait.
But what's the best part about all of this, Brad? What goes along with a good watch party series?
Birdie getting slayed.
Fuck me. It's not what I had in mind, but yes, that is the correct answer. Skits will be included with this series.
Absolutely. I can't wait, man.
Because the boys are back. The boys are back. Dude, we got to do a freaking music video. The boys are back.
I agree.
He has no idea what I'm talking about. So if you're a fan of the High School Musical series, you know. But Brad, anything else before we log out? We final girled our chat to death tonight.
Yeah, we did, man. I feel good about it. I think we had a good time.
Yeah,
and we'll
man.
probably
And,
yeah. We'll recover some more before the next show.
Oh, I apologize because I did promise Atanas that we do answer this, and this will leave everybody off and we'll wish everybody a good night. Are you guys still planning to go to Halloween Horror Nights this year? I am in October, and I'm very excited to go for my very first time. So even StreamYard is happy for me. Brad, what about you?
No, I would say no. It's going to be more of a game time decision for me, and we're going to kind of see where things are at a little bit closer. I'd like to go. We'll just have to see where we're at here in a couple months.
Yeah, so not a problem at all. Like if not later in the future, I'll bring you on for a trip. So I'm gonna make sure you get to go eventually. So but yeah, hopefully that changes. But I'm 110% confirmed. Yeah, see, we're celebrating. I am going to Halloween Horror Nights this year in Orlando, so in October. So I'm very excited for that, and I'll even do a YouTube video describing my adventures at Universal Studios.
Yeah, hell yeah, man. I'm looking forward to seeing that.
Hell yeah. So, guys, we're going to go ahead and lock on out here. We're going to try to get better for you for the next stream. We got some plans for June. Some exciting... Oh, Brad, revealed the tournament for Summer Slash.
Oh, Summer Slash, if you haven't heard already, we talked about it on the Slash It Out with Pet Cemetery, but we're doing Stephen King movies, 32 of the best of them for Summer Slash tournament. That's going to be epic because, again... there's several I haven't seen. There's plenty Bert hasn't seen. I'm sure we're going to get a chance to watch them all. And we're going to figure out who the winner is. The best Stephen King movie of all time. Excited about it.
Yeah, absolutely. So with that in mind, guys, we're going to focus on getting better for you all so we can be more healthier for the next live stream when me and Brad are together. And Brad, of course, I'm going to let you have the last word.
Hey, Danny.